What's going on, guys? I'm Maze, and for over 21 years of the Pokemon anime, we've received a total of 1000 plus episodes, which have been separated into 21 seasons. However, there are actually multiple episodes which have been deemed unsuitable for airing or re-airing in a specific country. So for today's episode of PAT, Pokemon Anime Trivia, we'll be taking a look at every banned and unaired Pokemon anime episode. Younger viewers though, I'd suggest you skip this video, as there will be inappropriate detail. But with the intro now stated though, let's jump right into this list. Firstly, we'll be taking a look at 5 confirmed episodes of Pokemon that either aired once or never in Japan, nor the rest of the world. Episode 38 of the original series, Electric Soldier Porygon. I think most of us watching know about this one. Commonly known as the seizure episode, this episode has been banned worldwide after airing only once in Japan. One particular scene of this episode had a series of flashing lights, which caused a total of approximately 685 Japanese children, 375 girls and 310 boys, to be sent to the hospital with symptoms of epilepsy. The show then went on hiatus for 4 months and delayed the episodes titled Holiday Hi-Jynx and Snow Way Out, and even cancelled the airing of the New Year's Eve special. The episode even forced the producers to go back to previous episodes and dim the lighting on them, so they could not cause an accident of this magnitude ever again. As a result of this episode though, Porygon and its evolutions, Porygon 2 and Porygon C, have not made any appearances of the anime since this episode, except in brief cameos. What a crazy and unfortunate event this was. However, hopefully one day Porygon can return to the anime, as many actually blame Pikachu for the flashing lights instead of Porygon. It's New Year's Eve, Pokemon Encore. Like I said for Electric Soldier Porygon, this episode was scheduled to air between Holiday Hi-Jynx and Snow Way Out. However, following the seizure incident, this episode was reorganized and the episode never actually aired. No trailer for this episode has ever been seen, or no other further information on it is known, apart from its Japanese title. Originally though, this was meant to broadcast on December 31st, 1997. Episode 101 of the Advanced Generation series. This episode was scheduled to broadcast on November 4th, 2004. However, not long before, a devastating earthquake struck Japan. Believing it would be insensitive to an episode about earthquakes mere weeks before the disaster, it was pulled from the air, making the episode and even the moves, earthquake, fissure and magnitude, become banned. Also, for those curious of why we only see Dig on Ash's Pokemon instead of Earthquake, this is the reason why. Finally, for the episodes that went unaired internationally, we have episode 23 and 24 of the Black and White series, Team Rocket vs Team Plasma. This 2-part saga of Team Rocket facing off with Team Plasma was postponed due to the earthquake and tsunami that devastated Japan almost a week before the first half was supposed to air. They were expected to air at a later date though, because of their significance to the series and TV Tokyo's word on the matter. As the episodes have yet to air in Japan, dubs of the episodes have yet to be shown around the world. While the episodes were simply skipped in Japan, the Pokemon Company International edited the dubbed version of the Venipede Stampede to remove the cliffhanger ending that set up the story, and all regions had the episodes titled Battling for the Love of Bug Types, followed by a Mogami era Sisterful instead of these episodes. As of Black and White 112, Team Plasma's Pokemon Power Plot, it appears these episodes have been retconned out of continuity, making it unlikely that they will ever air or be shown in a normal manner. Basically, the writers had to rewrite a majority of the Black and White series. In fact, it was even rumoured that Oshawott was meant to evolve in these unaired episodes, and if that's the case, that just goes to show how much these episodes affected the rest of the Black and White series, and this is even a reason of why I don't hate on Black and White this much, as the writers did have to rewrite it. Plus, you know, I actually do find a lot of enjoyment from a few episodes, but that's just my opinion. I hope you can respect it. But regardless, that concludes all the episodes that went unaired or became banned internationally. So, let's now move on to episodes that have been banned in just the English dub. Episode 18 of the original series, Beauty and the Beach. This episode was initially banned when the episodes were first dubbed for airing in the United States. During 2000, the episode was finally dubbed and aired twice before disappearing once again. It was banned because James wore an inflatable bodysuit to give him large breasts in order to win a beauty contest. This scene even got removed, surprise surprise, and even during the episode, an elderly man also stares at Misty's breasts, and in the original Japanese version he says, but he'll be looking forward to having fun with her in a few years. Yeah, I'm glad this episode was banned. What a creepy episode. It also appears to be retconned out of continuity with the English dub, although the character Wela is seen in the following episode, aka episode 19, Tentacruel and Tentacruel. Ugh, let's just finally move on to the next episode though. I can't express how much I find this episode to be creepy. Episode 35 of the original series, The Legend of Dratini. This episode was banned due to the usage of handguns throughout the episode, despite, the Squad to Squad episode also having guns, but in this episode, the Safari Zone Warden did point a gun at Ash's head and even shoots the gun at Team Rocket. As a result of the banning of this episode though, it did leave a major plot hole and continuity error in the English dub, and that is because this was the episode where Ash captured all 30 of his Taurus. As this was the Safari Zone episode 2, it makes the Safari Zone unseen in the English anime, though it is mentioned in the 2 episodes that it took place before it. I also believe that there was a scene where Meowth struck a lot of similarity to Hitler too, so that might be another reason of why this episode got banned, but that part isn't confirmed. What could have been episode 39 of the original series, Holiday Hi-Jynx. After this episode had aired, a woman named Carol Boston Weatherford wrote an article stating that Jynx, which was featured prominently in the episode, is a negative stereotype of African Americans related to the characters in the story of Little Black Sunbow. Soon afterward, the episode was pulled from rotation, and is not believed to have aired since 2000. Despite this, the episode was still available on VHS, and was also available on the original Indigo DVD box set. However, it is not in the current box set. This episode is also no longer mentioned on Pokemon.com. However, for an unknown reason, it was added to the rotation on Boomerang in 2011, and was still included in Cartoon Network's online streaming services. Additionally, no restrictions were placed on the episode in other countries, airing the English dub, or a dub based on the English dub, but the episode isn't mentioned on any local versions of Pokemon.com. This episode has also been banned in South Korea, and even after the Japanese re-airing of the Christmas Eve episode of Pokemon Smash, in which Jynx was recolored to match what she currently looks like in the Pokemon games, which she basically got recolored to purple because of this anime controversy. Finally, for this episode though, the Japanese versions of Amazon and Netflix have the edited version, while Hulu has the original version. Damn. The Pokemon Company International better realize that the original versions are still out there to buy, as I would assume that they are still scared of African American controversy due to another episode on this list that has been banned because of that. Episode 90, Stage Fight, Episode 99, The Mandarin Island Mismatch, and Episode 250, The Ice Cave, of the original series. All of these episodes have been banned since April 2013 due to including the original colour for Jynx, even if it only had a cameo for 2 of these episodes. Episode 64 of the Sun and Moon series, Ash and Persimmon, Touchdown of Friendship. This episode was skipped in for dub due to Ash wearing blackface paint resembling blackface during the second half of the episode in order to intimidate the appearance of a Persimmon. Blackface is perceived as a negative racial stereotype of African Americans in the United States. Now, because this is one of the newest additions to banned/on-air episodes of Pokemon, it has been getting discussed a lot lately, which many African Americans have stated that they don't find it offensive at all, as he was only trying to intimidate a Pokemon, even having a full costume dedicated to it, not mocking any humans. And I can kinda agree. But at the same time, it makes sense of why Pokemon banned this episode, as we are scared that another Jynx situation could happen, which that Jynx episode, as you saw, made the franchise go through a lot of changes. So yeah, this episode is definitely one of the most interesting recent banned episodes. Finally, for episodes that went unaired in USA, we have episode 120 of the Advanced Generation series, and episode 48 and 120 of the Diamond and Pearl series, which all 3 of these episodes were clip shows, where they were used to recap what has happened up to a current point of the anime's current series. There's no official confirmation of why they got skipped, but it must be because of this clip show theme. And that concludes all the banned and unaired episodes for the United States. So, let's now move on to the only banned episode in Japan. Pikachu Short 7, Pikachu and Pichu. The Japanese narrator of this short, Sakahi Noriko, was arrested in 2009 and later convicted of possession and abuse of drugs. Because of this short was banned in Japan and hasn't been rerun or released on home video in Japan since then. As such, it was the only theatrical Pikachu short to be excluded from the Pikachu the Movie Premium Box 1998 to 2010. Moving on, we'll not be exploring every banned episode in the country South Korea. Most of these episodes even causing continuity error in the anime's run. Episode 4, 20, 26, 32, 58, 73, 77, 130, 131, 140, 176, 181, 182, 183, 194, 201, 226, 227 of the original series, and Advanced Generation episode 55 and 56 are all banned in this country, which is the reason why most of these episodes are banned, or because they feature Japanese culture, varying from clothing, architecture, and events. But I don't want to give a history lesson between these two countries' relationships. So let's now move on to the episodes that have been banned anywhere else in the world. Firstly, we have episode 45 of the original series, The Song of Jigglypuff. For a known reason at this moment in time, this episode was skipped in Turkey. Nor can anybody think of a reason why. And finally, for episodes banned in other countries, we have episode 72 of the Advanced Generation series, The Brick of the Better. This episode has been banned in France, Ireland, and Aruba. It has been alleged that the Battle of the Sexes format that this episode has caused those countries to ban this episode. However, in francispokemon.com, this episode is available to watch, so this is either an error on francispokemon.com, or the reasoning for this episode being banned is wrong. However, I beg to differ that the reasoning is wrong, as I cannot find anything else wrong with this episode, apart from the already established Battle of the Sexes topic. And, with that now stated though, finally for this video, we'll be taking a look at every episode that was pulled off the air for a period of time for various reasons, but then aired again to stay for good on a later date. Firstly, episode 24 of the XY series was skipped for Japan and for dub, and maybe even a few other countries. The reason why it got skipped was because of the sinking of MV Swirl Ferry in South Korea, almost a week before the episode was scheduled to air in Japan. Because of this episode was also skipped in the American dub, and it even caused a temporary continuity error too, as this is the episode where Ash invented the Rock Tomb Climb technique which he used to win his battle against Grant. Originally, Cartoon Network listed the dub title along with episode 21, A Pokevision of Things to Come, episode 22, Going for the Gold, and episode 23, Coming Back into the Cold. However, as you can guess, later it was removed from the list and replaced with episode 24, Climbing for Walls. The episode finally aired in Japan on November 20th, 2014, and in the United States on February 7th, 2015, with a narrator in both languages even state that this episode took place in the past. So, at least they didn't try to move it out of continuity. Next up, we have episode 19 and 23 of the original series, Tentacool and Tentacruel and the Tower of Terror, which both got banned temporarily in USA. The reason why these episodes got banned was because after the events of September 11, 2001 in USA, Kids WB refused to air it due to the destruction of several buildings, particularly Tentacle smashing a skyscraper, and the use of the machine guns in episode 19. And as for episode 23, there's no official confirmation, but many fans speculate it's because the title for this episode was called The Tower of Terror, which wouldn't sit well with the recent events. When Cartoon Network started to air Pokemon instead of Kids WB though, the episodes were put back into rotation. It was also available on home video releases and streaming services. But I don't blame Kids WB for banning these episodes temporarily, as that was a very respectful move. Even many other cartoon episodes back then couldn't air due to the content of destruction with them, or scenes got removed within the episode. Finally, for this list, we have episode 37 of the Black and White series, a fishing connoisseur in a fishy competition. This episode was originally meant to be the 26th episode of the Black and White series, scheduled to air in Japan on April 7, 2011, but was postponed due to the earthquake and Tsunami. It then later aired on June 23, 2011, with a slightly altered storyline to make it seem like it took place between episode 36, Archeops in the Modern World, and episode 38, Movie Time, Zora in the Legend of the Pokemon Night, rather than episode 23, Battle for the Love of Book Types, and episode 24, Emolga Irresistible. And the ending of the episode was reanimated to have Bianca leave the group instead of traveling with them in the original episode's plot. Unfortunately though, like I stated earlier, it looks like we will never get to see Team Plasma vs Team Rocket, which that episode got skipped because of the same reasoning given here. And that concludes the list. I and some of you guys watching will obviously known about some of these banned episodes already. However, when researching for this video, I can definitely say that I learned something new, as I honestly didn't expect there to be many more banned episodes apart from the ones I knew. Maybe like 3 episodes more, but nope, there was way more. In fact, if you did learn something new, or just enjoyed this overall video though, then be sure to leave a like and a subscribe for future Pokemon content. It helps out a ton. You'll also become a member of the Entity Squad. I'd also love to hear in the comments down below if you agree or disagree with some of these banned episodes. But for now, this is Entity Maze, signing out. Thank you for watching.